We all need some form of expression, to really highlight the part of us that other people can't see. Some people do it through poetry, painted art, any number of handcrafts, pottery, and for me it's largely been music. I heard a hammer dulcimer at a festival and I just fell in love with it. I couldn't afford to buy one at that point. That we were just young married, and I had done some woodworking, and so I thought, well, I can make one of those. Largely what I'm doing when I'm making instruments is making thin wood out of fat, thick wood. The specific woods and specific materials are very important in not only the structure of the instrument, but the sound it'll produce as well. I find I really enjoy wood that has a story behind it. This particular wood came from an old railroad water tank up near Pulaski, Virginia, that a friend of mine's dad tore down, and I have made many instruments out of that old railroad water tank. This is a heavy aluminum pipe that I put a torch in to heat it up with. And then you just have to flex the wood over that hot pipe. Fun things about this is as you're rocking the wood on there, you can actually feel the point where the wood fibers relax, and it just all of a sudden becomes much more elastic. I had side bending jigs with heat lamps that you'd put it in and they'd do your sides, but I really enjoy doing this job by hand. There are a larger than average number of luthiers or instrument builders in this area. I think largely because there's a larger than average number of musicians in this area. I do a lot of classes, and I love doing that because very often people are afraid of this fragile little box and are timid with it. But if you've made it yourself and put that time into it, those people tend to really enjoy those instruments. It's one of those things that people tend to cherish. If they have an instrument and learn to play it, that becomes their best friend, becomes a part of their life and can be handed down to their children. And that can actually create a sound that enhances the world. And that's really special to think about adding that dimension to somebody's life.